Hello everyone. Welcome to our webinar on upgrading to data-driven IT management using Analytics Plus 5.0. Thank you for taking the time to join us today. My name is Cherubina and I'm a product expert at ManageEngine Analytics Plus. Before we get started, I'd like to share with you all some useful information on the webinar. If you have any questions during the course of this webinar, feel free to type them in using the chat icon on the left panel of your screen. I'll do my best to address them towards the end of the webinar. And in the event that we run short on time, I'll respond to your questions via email. You can also choose to email your questions to me directly using the email address that's flashing on your screen. Alright then, let's dive into the webinar. As you may already know, we have just launched Analytics Plus 5000 and with it introduced a wide range of features specifically built to enhance your IT management practices and strategies. Over the course of this webinar, we will be going through some of these recently released features to equip you with the tools you need to establish a data-driven IT management culture in your organization. Let's begin. We turn to analytics tools to make sense of complex, vast, and siloed data and arm ourselves with information required to make data-driven decisions. However, most analytics platforms come with a major learning curve to build visualizations. And even then, understanding and deciphering the information uncovered in the generated reports can take up too much time, which can negatively impact business-critical decisions. This is the exact challenge that we aim to overcome with Zia, our AI assistant. In our constant march to bridge the gap between complex analytical processes and business leaders and managers, our in-house AI assistant has undergone several updates with the release of Analytics Plus 5000 to make advanced analytics accessible to everyone. Let's see how you can leverage these new features. Introducing Zia Insights. With this latest update, you can now attain narrative and insightful interpretation of your reports at the mere click of a button. Let's explore this feature with an example. The Top 10 Missing Patches report is one of the out-of-the-box reports generated by integrating Analytics Plus with Desktop Central. And it displays all the patches that are missing in the majority of your workstations at any given point in time. Rather than deciphering the values displayed in the visualization, you can click the Zia Insights button to gain access to detailed and descriptive information in mere seconds. Zia was built with the sole purpose of empowering business leaders with the information they require instantly. And with Zia Insights, you can cut back on the time spent gathering information across related visualizations, and instead focus on shaping your business strategies using the uncovered analytics findings. While Zia and Zia Insights work towards reducing the time spent on building a report and decoding the generated insights, there are still other avenues where augmented analytics could be leveraged to foster data-driven management strategies in a fast-paced business environment. More often than not, managers turn to analytics in a firefighting mode to decipher the root cause of various issues or downtimes, be it a sudden surge in requests and incidents or a spike of suspicious activities generating from your privileged user accounts. Traditionally, such root cause analysis would require hours spent on gathering the data you wish to analyze, building the required report, and fine-tuning it until you arrive at the information you were looking for. Not anymore. Now, by merely striking up a conversation with our augmented AI assistant, CTOs and help desk managers can dig deeper into their data in a matter of minutes and with zero human effort. Introducing Zia Conversations. Previously, you could merely ask or type in your questions to Zia and relevant visualizations will be automatically generated. Now you can dig deeper into these generated reports by posting follow-up questions until you discover those pesky hidden insights. Let's take a look at this with an example. To access Zia Conversations, head to the Ask Zia page and click the Conversation Mode button. Let's assume you're a help desk manager looking to identify the trend of incoming incidents over the year to detect causes for sudden spikes. Simply type in your questions like so. Dig deeper into your visualization by posting follow-up questions. In our example, by conversing with Zia, we were able to identify the highest spike in incidents occurred in Cape Town, all without building any report ourselves. Zia Insights and Zia Conversations help in bridging the gap between analytics tools and the decision makers in a business, enabling transparency and facilitating easy access to in-depth insights on IT problems and solutions. While these two features uncover hidden insights and provide conceptual information on them, Zia can also be leveraged to predict future data trends. By simply asking for the forecast you require, Zia will automatically analyze your underlying data and generate accurate predictions in seconds. This equips managers with the tools they require to prevent breakages and application downtimes, and enables CTOs with the insight needed to adjust their business strategies and ensure the company's goals are met, all without having to manually build complex visualizations. Though we may painstakingly build business strategies and plans, in the real world there will always be some element or last-minute change that would crop up and cause even the best layer of plans to go awry. While we've covered the various facets in the advancements in augmented analytics, Analytics Plus 5000 also brings with it another powerful tool, what-if analysis. This handy feature allows business leaders to visualize possible outcomes when certain dependencies or driving factors change. By visually understanding the various possible outcomes and the corresponding impact of varying metrics, managers can adjust strategic plans to achieve required business objectives. Let's break this down with an example. Take, for instance, the incoming incidents across remote offices report. This report displays the total count of incoming requests across each remote office, categorized based on their priority. However, employees are now slowly transitioning to working from the office again. This either means new workstations and devices being added, or older models hosting several vulnerabilities after prolonged exposure offsite. Both scenarios result in an increase in incidents and requests in your help desk. By leveraging Analytics Plus' powerful what-if analysis tool, you can visualize the impact of employees returning to the office on your help desk. Help desk managers can use these insights to assign additional manpower and resources to avoid spikes in SLA breaches and end-user dissatisfaction. Scenario analysis is a powerful tool that allows you to visualize business impact ahead of time when the involved dependencies change. Using this, you can graduate from making real-time plans and merely forecasting data trends to visualizing and accounting for the business impact that can arise from changes. Data blending is a powerful analytics tool, especially when you are a diverse organization dealing with multiple data silos. While Analytics Plus enables users to blend data and break the siloed approach to data analytics, with our latest release, we are further enhancing our data blending capabilities. This one is for our ManageEngine Service Desk Plus and ManageEngine Desktop Central customers. Instead of jumping between two windows to access insights on your help desk and your endpoint management software, you can now enjoy out-of-the-box blended analytics that leverages data from both your help desk software and your endpoint management platform to generate insightful cross-functional reports and dashboards. Service Desk Plus users can configure and access blended analytics within minutes from their workspace in Analytics Plus. By configuring blended analytics between Service Desk Plus and Desktop Central, you can access a unified end-to-end view of your IT and correlate occurrences in your help desk, such as spikes and incidents, with the deployment of patches, and so much more. The Service Desk Plus and Desktop Central Unified Dashboard is one of the pre-built visualizations generated by blending data from your help desk and endpoint management applications. The KPI widgets at the top of the dashboard provide a quick overview of the correlation between your help desk and your endpoints. Patch deployment is crucial in fortifying your secure environment against zero-day vulnerabilities and other threat actors. However, deploying new or missing patches can often result in application downtimes, which can in turn disrupt your business processes. This can correlate to an increase in service requests and incidents in your help desk, as identified by the New Patches and Incidents Correlation Report. To avoid such surges in requests, ensure you deploy patches during non-business hours. You can also practice testing patches in a subset of your workstations before deploying them across your entire organization. In the same manner, adding a new workstation to your environment may also cause a domino effect that ultimately results in surges in requests and incidents. The Incident and Computer Addition Correlation Report allows you to stay on top of this. You can restructure your endpoint addition strategy such that it factors for consequent spikes in incidents by ensuring sufficient technicians and resources are available. Some operating systems tend to trigger more incidents than others, and while adding new workstations to your secure environment, it is best to identify incident-prone operating systems and plan future purchases accordingly, and the Incident-Prone Operating Systems report helps you do just that. While this report identifies incident-prone operating systems, the OS by Highest Resolution Time report displays the various operating systems that inevitably result in the longest resolution times. You can identify which operating systems would prove more trouble than they are worth to your organization and adjust asset purchases accordingly to overcome avoidable spikes in your help desk incidents. However, even with the latest patches being deployed or new computers being added, when a high number of help desk requests are caused due to endpoints, it can prove worrisome. The Trend of Endpoint-Related Incidents report helps you keep an eye on the number of incidents raised in your help desk software as a direct result of endpoint behavior. Apart from analyzing overall incident generation trends, you can also use this report to drill down into a specific week to investigate the root cause of alarms. An important responsibility for any help desk manager would be to monitor SLA breaches and ensure better compliance rates across the IT department. While monitoring SLA compliance across every service in your department can be taxing, tracking and ensuring SLA compliance in a hybrid environment with employees working from several locations can be quite an ordeal. This is where the SLA breaches across remote offices report comes into play. It displays every SLA breach in your organization and categorizes it based on your remote office, which helps you understand where your immediate attention is required. A large deviation in SLA breaches across different offices tells you that you may need to restructure your SLA configurations. However, if you have high percentages overall, it would be best to allocate additional resources to your help desk. A hidden trove of cost savings in your secure environment is your collection of expensive software licenses. Purchasing more licenses than required is clearly detrimental. However, purchasing insufficient licenses could impact productivity and result in hefty audit fines as a result of employees resorting to using unauthorized software to get their work done. Analyzing asset usage trends can ensure that only the sufficient quantity of software licenses are purchased. However, there already may be several unknown applications within your environment that are raking up overall costs. The potential savings on software licenses report in Analytics Plus identifies the total cost of your organization's least used software, which can instead be put to better use to further your business operations. Continuing on the vein of out-of-the-box integrations, we have also strengthened and enhanced our existing integration with Service Desk Plus by introducing out-of-the-box analytics for user surveys. User feedback is a universally valued and crucial element regardless of the product or service you offer, as the only way to ensure business sustainability is to hear your end users' input and consistently refine your business processes. Not only will this boost end-user satisfaction, it also provides vital insight into how your services are being received by your customers and peers. However, when working with a large end-user base, tracking and staying on top of every user's feedback and satisfaction can be a task of its own. This is where Advanced Analytics for Service Test Plus survey module comes in. With these pre-built reports, managers can easily break down every aspect of end-user satisfaction, attaining vital insight into the overall performance of the help desk technicians and processes. The User Satisfaction Analysis Dashboard is a culmination of the pre-built reports generated for Service Test Plus survey module. This dashboard proves vital in helping help desk managers understand the performance of their help desk based on various end-user surveys. The KPI widgets at the top of the dashboard provide a quick glance at various user satisfaction metrics, such as the current year's user satisfaction rating and the technician with the lowest satisfaction score. The Factors Affecting Satisfaction Score report identifies the satisfaction scores for various areas in your help desk and helps you understand the root cause of a low satisfaction score. This provides clarity on the performance of different processes in a help desk, enabling you to work towards improving end-user experience across your department. The Periodic Variation of Factors Affecting Satisfaction Scores report identifies the trend of variation in end-user satisfaction scores across help desk processes on a monthly basis. As an end user looking to resolve an issue, nothing can irk more than spending hours explaining your problem in depth to a technician, only to have your request transferred to another technician and start from scratch all over again. While some level of technician changes and escalations are warranted, too many technician changes can negatively impact the end user experience, as evidenced by the information displayed in the effect of technician changes on user satisfaction report. While user satisfaction scores were consistently high initially, as the number of technician changes rose up, there is a clear drop in the overall satisfaction scores across your help desk. To tackle this, it is best to cut back on frequent or unnecessary technician changes. When a ticket goes through several technician changes and consequently the number of technician changes in your help desk are high, it implies one of three things: that the initial assignment was incorrect, that the technicians didn't have the necessary resources to handle that specific ticket, or that the technicians were unable to resolve that ticket, all of which are quite alarming. And when there is a sudden spike in technician changes across your help desk, it is best to take a closer look and rework help desk practices. When looking to improve your help desk practices, the Areas of Improvement report can be of great help. It collates every technician's satisfaction rating and identifies the avenues where the end users were unsatisfied with the technician's request resolution process. The Satisfaction Trend report displays the overall user satisfaction score across your help desk each month, while the automatically generated trend line provides clear insight into the trend of end user satisfaction. To view detailed information on every end user survey, you can leverage the Recent Survey Responses report. This report provides in-depth information on recent surveys, ranging from the end user's associated help desk to the actual survey response. However, while improving overall processes and help desk performance, some end users may consistently face issues and raise grievances. While this may also imply that these end users merely have strong feedback they wish to convey, it can also arise when users are looking for a specific or speedy resolution and are unable to access the same. Whatever the reason may be, ensuring end-user satisfaction is an important aspect of fostering productivity. If employees and end users don't get the help they need, business processes or the company's reputation may take a hit. Managers can leverage the Most Dissatisfied Users report to identify unhappy end users and ensure their grievances are resolved to boost overall customer satisfaction in your help desk. Now that we've covered some of the key reports offered with Analytics for Service Desk Plus user surveys, let's take a look at Advanced Analytics for Desktop Central's inventory module. The core foundation and key requirement for any established endpoint management solution is visibility across all managed endpoints in their environment, which paves the way for advanced security protection in your organization. However, attaining real-time visibility into every endpoint in your organization in the current trend of a hybrid work environment can be taxing, especially when considering all the BYOD devices and the various remote locations from which your employees log into your secure network. This is where Advanced Analytics for Desktop Central's inventory module comes into play. With these pre-built reports and dashboards, you can access insightful visualizations that act as a one-stop solution, allowing you to monitor all your endpoints in real time. A great example of the out-of-the-box reports offered is the Endpoint Inventory Dashboard. This dashboard combines vital and up-to-date information about the state of every managed endpoint in your company. The Computers by Operating System report displays every computer in your organization and categorizes them based on the operating system, while the Computer Addition Trend report displays the trend of computer addition across your company. Over the last few months, employees have migrated to a hybrid work model where some of them have begun heading back to the office while others continue to work from home. To gain better insight into the state of your endpoints across such a diverse geographical area, we have these two reports. The Offsite vs. Onsite Computers report displays the percentage of computers that are on-site, that is connected to your office network, and the percentage of computers that are off-site, which represents the employees who are working from home. This report leverages the computer's IP addresses to distinguish between the computers that are off-site and the ones that are on-site. The next report, which is the Managed Computers by Location report, displays the geographical location of each computer. This is instrumental in keeping an eye on any unmanaged and therefore at-risk computer in your environment. Another interesting report is the Disabled BitLocker Encryption report. This report provides deeper insight into the computers that have disabled BitLocker encryption for their drives and the number of days since encryption was disabled. This particular metric was calculated using the Data Snapshots functionality, which was used to capture a snapshot of endpoint inventory daily. This historical data is then collated into a table that can be leveraged to build relevant reports such as this one. While some users may disable BitLocker encryption temporarily to access the files stored in a particular folder, a disabled encryption for longer periods can point to suspicious behavior and leave the door open for data theft during breaches. You can leverage this report to identify every device that has disabled encryption over a longer period. Corrective measures can then be taken to ensure privacy and risk management policies are met. This report can also be used to glean valuable insight into the last known encryption status for lost or stolen devices. However, to identify updates and changes in a computer, or even to detect the presence of any indicators of compromise in an endpoint, the computer must be in frequent contact with your endpoint management software. The Device Contact Timeframe report categorizes every device in your environment into various timeframe buckets based on when they last contacted your management software. You can choose to modify this categorization by altering the formula columns in Analytics Plus to place the devices in different timeframe segments based on your company's requirements. It is always best to keep an eye on devices that haven't been contacted by your management software for a prolonged period, say for 90 days and longer, since loss of contact also results in critical patches being missed, which leaves the door wide open to cyber attacks. Beyond facilitating real-time visibility across your endpoints, Advanced Analytics for Desktop Central's inventory module also helps enterprises strengthen their security posture with several reports and dashboards that tackle every nuance of both internal and external threat actors. And with that, we've covered most of the out-of-the-box reports and dashboards that are a part of the Analytics Plus 5.0 release. In large-scale organizations that employ multiple data silos and varied analytical requirements, we often deal with more than one workspace in Analytics Plus, each with its specific set of reports and dashboards. While we explored the data blending functionality that combines data from different silos, what about scenarios when you wish to copy views from different workstations or even installations? Traditionally, that would see you opening two tabs of the Analytics Plus application and switching between both to recreate a similar report or dashboard in another workspace. Not anymore. With the new template functionality, you can easily copy reports, dashboards, and tables from one installation to the other without replicating the underlying data. You can then leverage the design blueprint of the views, populate the visualization as required, and cut back on the time spent on creating similar views from scratch across different departments. Using templates in Analytics Plus is pretty straightforward. Merely open the report, dashboard, or table you wish to recreate and head to the export icon. Select the As Template option and the selected view's blueprint will be exported. From here, it is as simple as opening the required workspace or installation and importing the previously exported pre-built template file using the import wizard. These imported template files can then be populated with relevant data to generate the required visualization, effectively cutting back the report building time by half. Let's take a look at the next feature in our pipeline. I'm certain most of you would have already leveraged Analytics Plus's in-house forecasting engine to foresee vital outcomes and changes in key business metrics. The powerful forecasting engine can predict data with varying accuracy levels with no manual intervention required. With our latest updates, this forecasting engine is stronger than ever before. Previously, forecasted data points were computed based on a mathematical model that was automatically selected by Analytics Plus. Now, you can adapt and customize the mathematical model used to compute forecasted data points based on your requirements. You can choose to select the model you require or allow Analytics Plus to automatically compute the forecasting model that is best suited for your data. This proves especially beneficial for data scientists who wish to manipulate and customize every aspect of their analytical outcomes to better suit their underlying data type. Customizing your forecasting model is easily achievable. While creating a data forecast for your report, all you have to do is select the mathematical model you wish to use for computing future data points and customize it as required based on the report you're analyzing. Now that we have covered most of the new features and the updates to existing features, let's take a look at one of the UI enhancements that has been introduced to enrich your analytics journey. Given the boatload of features and customization options available in Analytics Plus, a new user may find it daunting initially to process every information on the screen while accessing a report. Or worse, some crucial information may even be missed. And this is why we've introduced Viewer Mode. With a simple flip of a button, you can instantly declutter your report or dashboard and access to the point insights, which proves beneficial for executives who can only spare a glance at the generated reports and dashboards. And when you need to edit the dashboard or access other functions, simply turn off Viewer Mode by flipping the toggle button on the side panel. Through the course of this webinar, we've covered several features that have been tailored to facilitate a data-driven culture in your enterprise. However, you will not be able to access and leverage any of Analytics Plus's plethora of features if for some reason your application goes down. To combat application downtime and ensure uninterrupted operations, we've introduced high availability. This feature allows you to configure an additional standby installation, which automatically takes over your primary installation if your server goes down. By establishing application redundancy using this configuration, you can avoid interruptions to your analysis journey and gain real-time insights towards building a data-driven empire. And with that, we've approached the end of our session. Over the course of this webinar, we covered a multitude of Analytics Plus's latest features and updates, from augmented analytics to application redundancy and everything in between. There are several more recently released fascinating features that can enrich your business practices and advance your analytics journey. But instead of listening to more details from me, why not upgrade your build and discover them yourself? It only takes a few steps to upgrade your Analytics Plus application to the latest version. Simply scan the QR code that's flashing on your screen to head to the Service Pack page. Upgrade to Analytics Plus 5.0 and leverage a plethora of AI-enriched capabilities to establish a data-driven culture in your organization. And with that, we have reached the end of this webinar. If you had any questions or concerns during this session, or if you simply want to know more about any of the features we discussed, please do contact me using the email address that's on your screen right now. I'd truly love to hear from you. Thank you for taking the time to join this session. Take care, everyone. Have a great day ahead.